Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and I have got a hodgepodge for you today. I have some Temu. Why am I doing quotes? It really is Temu. Somehow I guess I was thinking this would get across my frustration that I still have with Temu. But I've got some Temu stuff that I bought, some Temu stuff that my husband bought, and then I've got some thrifty vintage things that I bought that I'm gonna supplement because I gotta supplement these videos. I'm still suspended. What? I checked right before I started filming. I did check my messages to see if there has been any progress on my ticket asking why I've been suspended, and there has not been any new news since this morning at 3:40 a.m. in which they assured me they would not close my ticket until they gave me an adequate answer. So if for some reason you missed my last video, I have been suspended by Temu, the influencer program, and there's no reason has been given yet as to why. So I will say I am incredibly humbled by the number of people that watched that video. It probably is now my second most watched video of my entire collection of videos. So thank you. That helps me out with ad money that I earn in the month, which should help supplement some of the $200 that I'm not going to get now from Temu. So thank you. I'm humbled. Many people don't normally watch my videos, and I got a good sizable subscriber bump for that. So thank you. It means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to the other creators that happen to also do Temu hauls that have also been suspended, that you are being so kind and supporting us and watching, subscribing, sharing, commenting, liking. Did I say that already? All of those things really help. And even when it's not your favorite Temu videos, it's really helpful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I've got like I said, I've got some Temu stuff, and some of it I will not have prices for because Jason ordered it on his account. And I will point out that once you start ordering on Temu, you can also become an affiliate. Okay, so there's an affiliate and there's an influencer. And perhaps you can even become an influencer. There really aren't any, there weren't any, like, you don't have to have so many subscribers to become an influencer. Now I'm saying all this, and they may be in the process of revamping that whole program, but I still have a link below if you want to try out that journey for yourself. And I will say that also, if you have not used the app for a long time, you can download it again, and if you use my code, then I get credit for that. And I do earn a commission for, I think, the first 30 days. So Jason downloaded it with my code, and I've been earning a commission on his purchases, but it's only for the first 30 days, and it doesn't cost him anything extra for me to get that commission. So thanks, honey. He doesn't watch these. I don't let him watch these videos. Well, actually, that's not true. He can watch these videos, just not with me. I'm too self-conscious for that. But anyway, so yeah, so he's fallen down the dreaded Temu hole and has been ordering things. So I will have some stuff to show you for him. So let's get started, and let's just start with one of his things. So he's been spending his clothing budget, which he had a pretty big balance in his clothing bucket because he really, in general, doesn't buy a lot of clothes, but he's been getting them on Temu. Now he did get these. So he really likes, and you might remember from some previous videos, he likes well, I was gonna say, you know, Vikings and pirates and stuff. I don't know if, I mean, this is kind of nautical themed, but it's, I don't like these, okay? These would be the kind of thing that maybe he could wear around the house, but they're very thin. It's a very thin kind of nylon material. I don't really like the color. I would love this color on paper, but I'm not really a big fan of this color in clothing. But they fit decently. Well, they've got some extra string we got to cut off of here, but they're really thin. So I think he kind of agreed that they would be more house shorts. But he has been liking, I mean, he's only returned one thing so far that he's bought from Temu, and that was because it was sewn a little weird on the neckline, and so it was kind of bunched, leaving on the back side, leaving kind of a hole. It wasn't a hole on the front side, but it was like it had been sewn so that there was a bunch. So he did return that item, and actually they didn't make him return the item, so he'll probably still wear it around the house. I think it was a hoodie. But otherwise, he's been happy with everything he's gotten so far. And I'm gonna try to get him to send me the link to his order so that I can still put links in my description below, but no promises on that, just because I don't know. I think you can share stuff whether you're a affiliate or influencer or not. I mean, I think you can. I think every product has the share button on it. So, but he's out tonight, so we'll just have to see timing wise if that works out. Now, he is a big Pokemon Go fan. Well, Pokemon in general, and Temu does have some authentic, real Pokemon things. So this is a cute little Cubone, that stuffy, that this actually does come off, but it is sewn in the back. So you could cut that easily if you wanted to play with that, or if you have a kid who wants to be able to take it on and off. But it's a super soft, it's a cute little, what is that? Oh, it's his claw. And it is the tag. Oh, well, it says made in China. I can't tell if it's got the brand name on it because it's in Chinese, but this is official Tommy Takara, is that what it is? I can't remember, but this is from 2018. So my guess is that for these authentic items, it's kind of a Marshall's situation, because don't those places get, or maybe it's not, maybe they don't anymore, and maybe that's why they're so popular, because they actually get first run things. But it used to be where they got all the stuff that the other stores couldn't sell. So that's why I'm thinking maybe that's kind of how Temu gets, or maybe somebody, when these came out, ordered a bazillion of them so that they could resell them on marketplaces like this. But yeah, I think that's super cute. So would this be a good thumbnail now that I'm trying to do pictures again? So if you can tell, I'm feeling a little bit better than I was yesterday. I am wearing the same clothes, but in all fairness, I put these clothes on yesterday just for the video, took them back off just to show. But then I actually went out in the real world today to my job, and so I wore this. We had a appetizer lunch today. Oh gosh, you guys, let me tell you about that. So we always have our HR person, who is also the boss's wife. She's the one that coordinates. She tries to coordinate something once a month or once every other month. And so this month was appetizer. I keep wanting to say brunch, but it's not brunch. It's just appetizers. And she always, when she does these, I can't remember what the program is, but she uses this Sign Up Genius or something, to where she puts in like kind of what we need people to bring, and then people can sign up. Well, I'm terrible in the kitchen. I'm not terrible in the kitchen. I just don't want to be in the kitchen. So I've got appetizers that I make that I like, but I don't want to make them. And I live an hour away from the office, and I don't want to be taking a crock pot all that way and risk it falling over, or, you know, stuff like that. So usually I just go to the Schnucks there in town, grab something on my way in. Well, I hadn't even looked at the sign up list. And so I looked at it this morning, and there she had like appetizers and desserts, because those are the, you know, important things that you have to have. And I was like, well, I'll take cookies, because nobody had signed up for cookies. And so, and that should be an easy thing to pick up at a grocery store, a couple dozen cookies. You know, there's not that many of us in the office. And so I go into Schnucks, and like right as I go in, they have kind of a cooler. It wasn't really a cooler, but it was like well, it's the produce section is kind of right there. Well, they had a display, or whatever you want to call it, of vegetable trays and fruit trays. And I was like, okay. And the sign underneath them was like 509, 509, whatever. Well, I apparently missed something in the fine print. It was probably 509 a pound, but I thought it was saying the whole thing was 509, which, duh, Amy, why would a big thing of vegetables or fruit be 509? Like, what was I thinking? And so, but I was like, well, that's easy. I'll just take that. And it's kind of an appetizer, right? Veggies. And so I get, and I'm checking out, self-checkout, and one rings up as 21 something, and one rings up as 19 something. So I spent $45 on this when I should have just got cookies. But I get to the office, and I'm putting it out, and somebody already had a big tray of cookies. So somebody else was like me and didn't sign up and just brought stuff. So, but it was kind of weird. So I don't know. So my boss's mom was there, because my boss was sick today. So he didn't get to, he and his wife weren't there. And so she came around to tell everybody it was time to eat. So I go out there, and like somebody had signed up for nachos, and I didn't see any nachos. Somebody had signed up for taquitos. I didn't see any taquitos, but there was spinach dip. So I got some of that. There was I got some of the fruit from my fruit thing. There was a huge thing of banana pudding, which was awesome. I got some of that. I got a brownie, and somebody had brought me like 3 different kinds of meatballs, but I don't really like meatballs either, but I should have tried them. I should have tried like one of each, but I didn't. And then somebody had brought smoked sausages. So I did get a few slices of that. And they had also brought a buffalo chicken dip, but maybe I got it before they actually cooked it, because like it wasn't melted. Like I've had it before where it's been melted, but this one wasn't really melted, but maybe it wasn't supposed to be melted. I don't know. There's probably some that are designed more to be a cheese ball than a dip. But yeah, so it was kind of, there weren't enough of us there for it to really be, I don't know. It was a letdown, a little bit of a letdown. And I ended up just, because I've talked about this before. There was one other girl in the office, but she usually eats at her desk because she's a help desk technician and she needs to be manning the phones and stuff. But the rest of them are guys, and they hunt, they bicycle, they drink beer, and they generally have a lot of things in common that I don't have any of those things. So yeah, I just ended up, I'm so far behind still at work. So I was like, I'll just go and eat in my office. And so that's what I did. So I was kind of antisocial, but that's me, antisocial. So, but it was still nice to not have to worry about what I was going to get for lunch. It was just kind of a weird assortment of things. But, okay, so next, back to the haul, what you came here for. This was also a Jason thing. Now, I'm pretty sure I just ordered this myself. So when he showed me this, I was like, oh, I just ordered that because I've been buying dice. And so I thought I should just use a bag for my dice instead of a tin. And yes, I really do need all these dice. But he didn't buy it for dice. He just thought it was cute as is. But it is kind of a thinner canvas than some of the makeup bags that we get. So keep that in mind if you think you might like something like this. But it's definitely big enough for my dice. But he got figurines that he's storing in his, so I figured I'd show you those. But first, he got, shoot, I can't remember what character this is, but it's a pin. It's from the Pokemon world, and they just call it Blue. But it's a cute gold pin because he was going to do a mood bag with a backpack that I showed you guys on here. But now I think he wants to do a bulletin board where he just sticks them into the bulletin board, which actually I kind of want to do that at my office too, because I have all those pins and I want to still display them there. So anyways, we got the pin, and then he got a set of Pink Panther figurines, which I love the Pink Panther, and we watched through like all of the Pink Panthers that we could find that were available for us to view on streaming with Gregory, and he loved it. So, and because Mr. Bean is kind of, I don't know, some people would probably say it's nothing alike, but we also watched Mr. Bean with Gregory, and he like loved that too. So Jason ended up giving Gregory one of these. I think Gregory picked this one with the tennis racket, and one of them has a basketball. Yeah, a basketball. And Jason was like, I don't understand why he's like with a tennis racket and a basketball. And I was like, from my memory of the Pink Panther, he was good at everything. So if it was sports or being sly, you know, he was good at all that stuff. So it didn't really surprise me that, now I don't know if these will stand up because they've got really small feet and they're really going to be top heavy. So my guess is they won't, but they're cute. And there was a set of 6 of these. Have you figured out that I'm married to a man-child? That's okay. He puts up with all of my stuff, so I really cannot complain. So, okay, so 6 of those. And then he got a set of Toy Story figurines. So we've got Jessie. Now, I think it was Gabby. Okay, if you are a parent of a young child who hasn't potty trained yet, or if you're a grandparent who's responsible for helping to train your kids to go potty, I don't remember which Toy Story would have been popular when Gabby was when we were trying to teach her how to, or to be potty trained. So I'm probably thinking it was probably in the 2009, 2010 time frame. But Dollar Tree had sticker books where you could buy a sticker book, but then you could also buy packs of stickers. And it's kind of like collecting baseball cards. You might get duplicates of some of the stickers, but whenever she would go to the bathroom, in the bathroom on the potty, we would give her so many stickers, or a sticker pack probably, that she could then put in the sticker book, and she loved doing that. And we did that with Gregory too. I don't know why we didn't do that with the middle two, except I think we tried to parent the kids based on them and not just do the same thing for each kid. So I think that's probably why we didn't. And it was harder to teach Gregory that, even though it should have been easier in my mind, but it wasn't. So I think that's probably why we got the sticker book idea back out. And we did maybe a different, like, because there would have been newer Toy Stories then, but I can't remember if we did Toy Story or something else, which is sad because that was the most recent. But anyway, that's a great idea if you're trying to, because it's like a reward system. And it's got the little Andy on here. I don't know all of their names because, well, even though I did watch, I may have only seen the first two, actually. Now, is this supposed to be Woody? Really? Well, maybe. I don't know who else it would be. I guess I'm used to, we had a skinny Woody for our kids when they were growing up that had boots that came off, and oh, I can't remember what. Little Bo Peep. And Buzz. I am a huge Tim Allen fan. We are watching Shifting Gears, his new show on ABC. If you like comedy, you might like it. He's very opinionated, which I think is funny. And Kat Denning is his, Denning or Dennings? I don't know if she's got a S on the end, is his daughter in that show. She is going through a divorce on the show, and so she's moved back in with him, and his wife recently died, and her mother recently died. So it's got some heartwarming moments and a lot of comedy. I really liked this character. So whatever was, I don't remember what movie this was in, but I did see the one with this. So maybe that was the third one. I don't know. I don't recognize this one. So they didn't all have names on the bottom. Yeah, so we're not seeing like the Mr. Potato Head and the oh, well, we did see the dinosaur. Slinky. So we're not seeing some of the Barbie, some of the ones that would have been popular in the early ones. So maybe that means this was from a later one. And I didn't even count how many of those there were, but it seemed like there were a lot. What is he going to do with these? Well, he used to have this kind of stuff displayed on shelves, but then we had our flood and a lot of them were displayed down here. And as you know, if you've been around, our dining room is now storage central. So a lot of it's just boxed up. So where are these going to go? Probably in this bag, because I can't convince my school district to sell me their radioactive school building that they're not using, because if they would sell me that, I'd have room for so much stuff. You know, that would be a fun thing to turn this channel into. Buying a school and all of the hijinks that would come with buying a school. Would you guys watch that? I would watch that. And it wouldn't be one of those cool, like there's a channel I watch where they did buy a school in a town that I have a lot of relatives that live in, Franklin, Indiana. And they, of course, bought a school that was kind of a, like it could be a historical landmark kind of thing. I mean, it's an older school and they're renovating it up really nice. Well, if I bought a school, it wouldn't be to renovate it like that, it would be to do all the fun, cool things you could do in a school, like roller skating down the hallway. I've said this before, each kid could have their own room. I could have a Temu room or a YouTube room, since we're anti-Temu now, even though I'm still have Temu. My library could be a library. Ugh, I can't seem to get over this idea of buying a school. So let's talk stickers to get my mind off of it. So these are cute stickers that I bought, and there are 50 in here, and they're just a bunch of like flowers in bottles. So these would be cute. These, well, actually, excuse me, these would be cute because they're clear like this. If you had some old vintage book page with some great patina on it, this would look really good put on that, so that that still showed through, but then you had the flowers on it. Well, it doesn't help if I hold them up with all the ones behind it. So these will end up being spread out into possibly if I ever sell through the mystery boxes that I've got 8 mystery boxes still for sale on my site. If those ever sell out and I make a new one, then this kind of thing, I might have a few of these in there as like thank yous. And for my a la carte things in my Etsy shop, these will make, I will be putting some of these in the packages that are underweight. But, okay, so I bought this, so I can tell you the price of this. I have to say, you guys, it is no joke, the community that Temu subscribers, or Temu viewers and Temu haulers have. The other channels out there that haul Temu stuff like I do, they are so nice, you guys. I can't tell you how nice they are on a personal interaction kind of level. So thank you to both my fellow haulers and my viewers. All right, why am I sitting here scrolling through X? I don't know, because I'm trying to go and tell you what those stickers cost. All right. I am not sure which, I know, well, I know these are in a fairly recent order. And I don't have very many of those because, well, and now I've only got 2 orders that have yet to arrive, and one of them is local warehouse with just 1 thing in it. So I need, or I hope, that Temu will provide a response on this influencer issue sooner than later. And I'm hoping for a positive response because I really do like Temu. Okay, I paid $1.87. I got 2 price adjustments. It is 50 stickers of dried flowers and bottles for decorating notebooks, tablets, water cups, scrapbooks, diaries, DIY projects, skateboards, guitars, and vases. And yeah, maybe there would be some cute girl out there that is putting some dried flowers and vases stickers on her skateboard. Wouldn't you love to see at the Olympics some of the some of the amateur skateboarding artists have some of these Temu stickers on their skateboards? That would be fun. All right, but they sell today for $1.74. But yeah, I really like those. I like I like the clear ones. And again, I think they'd look really good on some book page if you are a crafter. All right, next is one of my favorite things. Why? I don't know, but it really is. So these are some of those Swedish dishcloths. And they are one of my favorite things to clean in my kitchen with. I think I told you guys I was going to do my own subscription box at one point in time. Not me selling a subscription box. I couldn't find a subscription box that had these, so I was just going to pick a set of these out on Amazon every month and buy one. Well, that lasted all of like 2 or 3 months, but Temu has them, and I just got some from FabFitFun. But really, you guys, and I'm not kidding about this, you really can replace the need to purchase paper towels by using these. Have I done that? No, and I intended to do that also when I used to sell Norwex, because I have plenty of stuff that I really do not need paper towels, but I'm still in that mentality of paper towels are easier, you don't have to wash them, and yada, yada, yada. But if you are eco-friendly minded, I think you would really like these if you've never tried them. Now they look like this on the back, so they do have some scrubbing power, but just like a sponge gets hard when it's not in use, that's the same thing with these. And I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe. If I pinch this long enough, will the sneeze go away? Maybe, but now, like, my eyes are gonna water. So as soon as you wet these, then they become cloth-like. And I will say, once they dry, they're never going to look this nice again as they do before you use them the first time. But they last a long time. You can wash them in your dishwasher. You can wash them in your washing machine. Probably with microfiber towels, not with cotton towels, is what I would say, because you don't want the lint. But they will last you a long time, and they do a good job scrubbing, and you can use chemicals with these. Like with Norwex, they just tell you to use water, but with these, you can use your normal sprays that you're used to using. Obviously, if you use a bleach spray, you may lose some of the design, but you're getting a set of 6 in this, and Temu has all different designs. You can get them holiday based. You can find ones like this that are florals, which I love florals. Why are these all upside down? But they're very Norwegian theme. Well, no, that's probably not right, because I'm saying they're Swedish dishcloths. Scandinavian, is that the right thing to say? But, you know, you can do Nordic, like you can search for Nordic things on Temu, and you get a lot of Scandinavian and Swedish and stuff. But yeah, I like those. So a set of 6. And, I mean, you could literally, you can also get drying racks for these. Some people string a string like under their cabinets with clothespins and just hang them from that so that they air dry and then sort of have a flat-ish shape as they dry. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of, some people that are probably a little more anal would put them in between 2 like cookie racks so that it's flat, but the air still gets through to dry them. And if you're someone that would do that, no judgment, because I'm anal with a lot of things myself. But those are not in this order. Yeah, I had a bunch of those in my cart and it was hard to decide which ones to get, but I finally just got those. But I do have a Valentine's set. I do have a St. Patrick's Day set and an Easter set. So that's why I didn't pick out a holiday themed one. All right, I paid $5.67. I got one price adjustment. It was possible to get a 3-pack, but I chose the 6-pack, which is currently selling for $6.55. So you figure that is more than $1, like $1.10-ish per one of these, but you really can stop buying paper towels when you buy these. And they don't last forever, obviously, but they do last for a long time. And most people probably replace them when they start to look grungy or dirty, because they will stain even after, and the stains don't really come out when they're washed necessarily. So my guess is that people discard them before they need to, just because of how they look. But it says flower style Swedish dishcloths for kitchen, reusable Swedish dishcloths, fast drying Swedish towels, cute, funny Swedish cleaning sponge cloths. And they have a 5-star rating, but how many people have reviewed it? 7. Well, if I was going to review it, I would give it a 5 too. I have never done an actual review on the website, because I kind of do my reviews here, and I am honest in my reviews. So if I don't like something, you know I don't like it. But yeah, I've never done one. Shoot, if they'd pay me to do reviews on their site, yeah, but then you wouldn't trust it, right? Because they paid me. All right, this next item was inspired by April over at Menopause and Madness. I think she's got something similar to this. This is a Wheel of Fun. So, how is this wrapped? Okay, so there's the plastic only goes around the front. But you could do this like so. My thought is that maybe I've got a dice for this, but maybe we use this to figure out what we're going to have for dinner. Put different ideas on it, because I've still got a kid, and I won't say which one out of protection for them, but I still have one kid, and it's, well, I can't say that. That would give it away. But that still does eeny, meeny, miny, mo to decide just about everything. So this would be useful for that. Or maybe it's Subway, McDonald's, Wendy's. Okay, there's screws in here. Let's not lose the screws. So 2 screws. Oh man, this thing stinks. Half of a Temu container, or a container like we can get on Temu. I'm guessing that's what the screws were supposed to be in, but they probably should have used the whole container, and then you would have been able to do something. All right, so then it's got the stand, the spinner, I guess. Wow, it's so smelly. The stand, which I think it looks like it's got some plastic on it. Maybe, I hope, because otherwise this is terrible. Let's see if I can pull it off. feel like I need to sneeze again. Okay, well, I'll have to do that offline, but I think it looks like it's got a film on it. So you take your one screw and you put it like this, or I guess probably like this. And then the other screw connects this to this with the little spinner, which doesn't really, I don't understand how that works. Does this part, see, I don't think this part screws, I don't think that comes off. So how does it, like I expected there to be a screw to go through here. Does this really come off? I don't think so. How does it work? I need to watch the video. But anyway, there's a film on this too, and then you can use a dry erase marker to write on the different things. Man, the smell of this is getting to me. Okay, I'm gonna look this up to see the price and then hopefully a picture of it so I know. I mean, it seems like it should be pretty self-explanatory. 2 screws, there's a screw on each end of the stand, but I can't figure this part out. So that's my dilemma at the moment. So, or anytime we're playing a game and you're trying to decide who should go first, that could be, you know, you could use it for that. Obviously, you can use it for giveaways. Like Shoe Carnival has something like that in there, only theirs is nice and not small like this. But, okay, here it is. Okay, I paid $3.95. It is sold out. There's another one that looks like it, so let me go into that. But it's twice the price. Wait, what did I say I paid for this? $3.95. Well, local warehouse has a lot of them. A lot of different versions. You can get them as, holy cow, they're like $7 to $9 on local warehouse. Are there not any like the one that I got that's, well, I'm just gonna go into one of these just because it's got the same spinner so that I can, yeah, they're showing it like I would expect you to be able to, so I guess I've got to figure out how to get that, the back off of that thing. Oh, my nose. I may have to stop this for a second. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. Or I'll have Jason figure it out. But yeah, so the one I got was sold out. I'll look some more to see if I can find another one that's a comparable price. I would not spend 10 bucks on that. Okay. Ugh. I did find some Temu red lipstick, and I've got my red Pair Eyewear on, which I have a referral code in my description below. I'm not sponsored by them. I just love them so much, and I love the ability to have glasses to match all of my outfits. All right, next, something in a box, yay. I think that these are something I've been looking forward to getting for a while. Not because I need it, but because it's really pretty in my opinion. And it's useful. Yes, okay. I got the set of salt and pepper shakers in Tiffany blue glass. I love that. Maybe this would make a good thumbnail. course, I'm going to be holding it and it's going to fall over and I can't get the plastic off my hand. So salt and pepper. Okay, well, can I get it so that we can actually see? Okay, so yeah, I don't know what else to say about them except they're salt and pepper shakers. Now they do have the same top. Now, I was always taught growing up, because some salt and pepper shakers come where one lid has 2 holes and one lid has 3. And I was always taught that the salt was in the 2 and the pepper was in the 3 because you don't want as much salt as you might want pepper, and pepper is usually bigger, so you need the bigger holes. But then somebody told me that was backwards, that it's really the salt that's supposed to have the 3 holes because people use more salt. So which one is right? In this case, it doesn't matter. They're both the same. But yeah. Now really what I'd like, well actually these I will actually fill these with, I like flake pepper the best for black pepper. And right now I've got like a shaker that we put salt and pepper in. We use like a fine sea salt with the flake pepper, because I don't like ground pepper. I want there to be a little bit more, but I also don't like freshly grated pepper, because then you get the pepper seed or the ball or whatever it's called that doesn't always get broken up, and then you've got, you know, like an hour after dinner, you've got something stuck in your tooth, and then it comes out and it's a piece of pepper. We've all had that, right? And then it gets caught in the back of your throat and you start coughing, and it's lovely. But I was gonna say I could use these for my Paula Deen seasonings, but that is dumb. They come in a thing, and this specifically says salt and pepper. So, but I love this color. This is one of my favorite colors. So, yeah. But I've been wanting those for a while, so I don't know if they just finally became a decent price, or if I just decided I need to not always buy shirts and jewelry on this channel. So get something useful and pretty for your kitchen. Okay, my nose is filling. That sounds gross. I'm getting a stuffed up nose. Gregory has been sick, homesick from school the last 2 days for cold symptoms. I guess it's been going around his class. So I really don't want to get it, you guys. I really don't want to get it. Okay. I paid $3.38 for those. I got 2 price adjustments. They call it sky blue. I call it Tiffany blue. But it does also come in pink. Or you can get black and white. So the salt is white and the pepper is black. And right now it's retailing for $4.26 for the sky blue. And the price is different for each color set. 2-pack salt and pepper shaker set, modern farmhouse glass shakers with stainless steel lids, easy to refill, high quality, no rubbing off printing. Well, that's nice. See, if I had a school, if I owned a school, the school has a huge kitchen and it's got a huge cafeteria that I could then set up different tables with different salt and pepper shakers. See, wouldn't that be fun? Then it wouldn't all be wasted stuff. All right, one last thing from Temu, and then I've got a couple of thrifty finds that I found. All right, well, jewelry. Here I'm talking about jewelry. Here's another jewelry. This is another wedding ring alternative that I bought. So I've been wearing this one that I hauled yesterday. So this one is also pretty. It's got a slightly smaller solitaire than the one I was wearing. So this one is maybe more closer to 1 carat in the center, but then it's got the wrap around and it's got the stones or sets on the sides. but it is a much thinner band. So if you don't like thick bands, you might like this. And it kind of gives the impression of 2 rings, you know, with a solitaire surrounded by a regular ring, but it is indeed just 1 ring. So that's pretty. So I've got some good, I like this one. I think this one's pretty, but I do prefer a thicker band. And this one, the 7, it goes on and off a lot easier than, oh, well, that one does too. Yeah, this one is a little bit tighter because it's wider. But this is still a really, really pretty ring. And I'm using them as wedding rings, but obviously I could wear them anywhere. Oh, and I'm wearing my Temu heart ring today. But I don't know. I haven't been able to train myself to wear rings on my other fingers. It feels weird. So I never buy a size that I could kind of wear, well, except my thumb, but I would never wear this on my thumb. So yeah, I end up being pretty boring and just wearing them on my ring fingers. But that is a pretty ring. And you could probably, if you do like a thicker band, you probably could find bands that would coordinate with that. All right. I paid $2.50. It's available in sizes 6 through 10, and it's currently $2.73. I don't feel the need to buy more of these like I did with some of these others. But it's a 1-piece luxury sparkling zirconia decoration, ladies' wedding anniversary gift, ring fashion, high grade, ladies' ring, classic style luxury jewelry. And you really cannot go wrong with Temu jewelry. I mean, does it last forever? No. But as I've experienced with weight loss, my expensive to me wedding ring, I can't wear. And I don't want to pay, that sounds terrible, but I don't want to pay to have it sized. So if you're someone whose weight fluctuates either direction, because I've obviously also experienced weight gain in my life, Temu can be the perfect solution for that. You can easily size up or down and not be any worse off. All right, so that was it for the Temu part. So let me show you a few things that are in my thrifty collection, or that will eventually make their way into my shop. So I had been wanting this book for a while. I had seen it in an antique store and I'd been wanting it, and they finally brought the price down. But of course, I don't know what they brought the price down to, because at this antique shop, when you buy a thing, they take the tag. Now, it does have a few pieces of paper in it, which are great. And my style, I always got to say this with a weird look, because I don't actually make junk journals, but if I did, my style would be vintage. And so I'm drawn to all things vintage. So this would appeal to me. I mean, this could easily go in a junk journal, and plenty of space to write and enjoy whatever somebody else wrote. The Tsar felt that his autocratic power was something by the bodies of hereditary soldiers in Moscow, and by religious authority of head of Russian church. Oh, so maybe we're talking about the last Tsar of Russia. I don't know. But this is Remedial English, a plan for individualizing study, which is interesting. Well, okay, well, this is a very popular idea in today's educational system, because there are a lot of children that need specialized education. And it's not like it was when I was a kid, where when I was a kid, kids had learning disabilities, reading disabilities, whatever. And so in my grade, there might be remedial math, regular math, and accelerated math kind of thing. And that was about as individualized as it got. But now you've got kids that have gone to counseling, therapy, and maybe they've got anxiety, and that's why they need an individualized plan, because let's say they're taking a test and it's a timed test, and that is stressful and prohibits them from completing things in time to finish the test. So now, and I'm using this as an example from a show I watched. So I don't have personal experience with this, but I know that it's out there. So I was surprised when I found that there was something like this back in, let's see what year this is from. 1931. So this is almost antique level. So antique level is anything that's 100 years old. So this is almost there. But anyway, so it's got, I just like weird old paper, but it's great because it's like a workbook. So it's got, you know, vintage handwriting in it and nice paper. Look at all this space that you could get some vintage paper to write on and stuff. Oh, what was that? Please tell me that's a flower and not, okay. Aw, it is a flower or a weed. Aw, that is so special. See, now if I were smart, I could take that and put it in some resin and save that forever. November 18th, 1932. So this kind of stuff is gold, you guys, and it looks like it's perforated pages, so it should be fairly easy for me to disassemble so that I can list it in my shop, which is linked below, along with my link tree, which gets you to everything Aimee, which is probably too much Aimee, if I'm being honest. But check out those things. An old piece of construction paper. So yeah, I like, and you know, you can put something like this in, and the person who gets it, or if it's you, if you're putting it in your own journal, fills it out. I mean, it's like an it's like an activity that you can add to the book. Have some a piece of typewritten paper, which is awesome. But yeah, I like looking into, and even this, the cover pages would be great. But yeah, I like getting glimpses into the past like that. Now, there may be nobody else that will like that, and it may, someday when it gets in my shop, it may sit there forever. But I have to think there's other like-minded crafters like me. What am I saying? I'm a curator. A wannabe crafter. Maybe someday, shoot, if I could buy a school, I could have a craft room, and then maybe I would craft, because I would have space to craft. Because all the good crafters on YouTube have space. So, all right. Then I've got this lovely refrigerator recipe cookbook. This is from, well, I thought it was going to tell me the year on that. 1947. So we've got some frosty beverages, and these are great because they have the old pictures. They've got typically, you know, multiple recipes. So even if you just had a sheet of this, stick it in a junk journal and you know, somebody could make ice cream crumb pie. Lemon chiffon pie. Or maybe they just want pies. They just cut that part out. Or chocolate refrigerator cake. Doesn't that look yummy? But sometimes these also will have advertisements. French strawberry pie. Now that sounds good. That looks kind of like the strawberry pie from Shoney's. That's like my favorite pie is that. But Shoney's are few and far between anymore. But it's got strawberries, sugar, gelatin, water, lemon juice, red food coloring, cream to make whipped cream, and a pie shell. So yum. Gelatin base for meat or chicken salads. You want some aspic? So yeah, so I love finding the old, especially there's something about these ones that like came with a refrigerator and stuff, or a stove. Those just are cool. But then this one, I bought it for that, but then it also came with this, which I'm in Missouri, so we have the Ozarks. But mush pie. Well, I do like mush, fried mush. But onion vinegar, featherlight dumplings, how to prepare fowls for cooking. So yeah, so I mean, you can find this kind of a cookbook is not as interesting to me because this is almost like a church cookbook, and you can find those all over the place. So that's why this one means more to me, because it's for an International Harvester refrigerator, and those aren't around anymore, right? So there's that. But yeah, I found a Betty Crocker cookbook that was old, but it wasn't so, it was still a 3-ring binder one, but it was like maybe one of the first 3-ring binder ones, and those are neat too. And I love pulling those pages out and folding them and sticking them in. It just makes things interesting to look at. All right, and the last thing I'll show you today is a set of colored views from the Black Hills of South Dakota. I've always wanted to go there. I want to go see Mount Rushmore. But it's kind of far for me because we would drive, because we prefer driving on our vacations. But this is also probably my favorite style of postcard past the antique postcards. They made this style of postcard in normal sizes too. But this was a set. It was a set of 20, but there was only 19 in it. And they're plain on the back. So again, they would make great accents for journals. You could create a whole greeting card around something like this. Reflection, Sylvan Lake. I guess probably the biggest reason why Mount Rushmore, why we haven't gone here besides the distance, is that we have the impression, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm sure I am, but we have the impression that there wouldn't be a whole lot of things to do because we're not an outdoorsy family. So typically when we do take vacations, we are not doing outdoorsy things. And it feels like if we were going to go this kind of distance, you're kind of out. Like, I would probably also want to tip over into Montana, Wyoming, you know, kind of get that whole area before coming back. And it would just be a lot of driving and, I mean, I guess sightseeing, but that's probably a big reason why we haven't done that. But I remember my grandparents went there when I was a kid, And so they stopped here on their way because they lived in southern Indiana. So they stopped here on their way, and they brought me back a Black Hills gold ring, which I still have. And I think I inherited all of their scrapbooks when they died. So I'm pretty sure I've got a bunch of pictures of them and their trips, because they would go, my grandfather was in the Navy. My other grandfather was a Marine, but this particular grandfather was in the Navy, and they would get together with their Navy friends once a year. And like each year, a different one of the guys would plan where to go, and they and their wives would go and have a nice time and stuff. So I've got all these pictures, but there's a lot of pictures of people I don't know in them. So and they're not the kind of pictures that I think would be cool in junk journal kind of thing. So I haven't decided what to do with that stuff. But anyway, all right, well, that was it for the haul. So now let's do our TV trivia game. And good luck to you. I still can't believe I missed Bob Denver on yesterday's episode. All right, who played Kitty on Gunsmoke? What police show shot on location featured the character Steve McGarrett? What famous author created the TV series Adventures in Paradise? In the series The Honeymooners, where did Ed Norton work? Name Walter Lance's most famous cartoon character. Who played both Clarabelle the Clown and Captain Kangaroo? On MASH, what is Klinger's favorite restaurant? And what was the video ballroom on the Fred Waring show? Okay, well, this is not a good card for me. All right, who played Kitty on Gunsmoke? I can see her face, but I cannot think of her name. What police show shot on location featured the character Steve McGarrett? Well, that's Hawaii Five-0. Jack Lord played that, and I don't remember who. I don't know the guy's name that played it in the remake. I didn't watch the remake, but I did watch the original one. Da 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 da. Oh, whatever. What famous author created the TV series Adventures in Paradise? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of... I don't know. I'll be interested to see what the answer is on that one. Because I know there's probably more of that happening today where books become... But I don't even know if this is based on a book. And if it is, well, I don't know. I just keep thinking... Is it Lost Paradise? John Milton? I don't know, you guys. I worked in a library for years, and I'm terrible with books. In the series The Honeymooners, where did Fred Norton work? Well, I don't know. For some reason, I did watch that show, but I didn't pay attention to that kind of thing. And I want to say he worked for a trash company, but I don't know. I don't know. Name Walter Lance's most famous cartoon character. I have no idea who that is, so I don't know if he was Looney Tunes or... So I'm going to say Bugs Bunny. Who played both Clarabelle the Clown and Captain Kangaroo? I don't know. On MASH, what is Klinger's favorite restaurant? Well, I feel like it had to be someplace in Toledo, but I don't know. Would it have been... Well, that's Cincinnati. I'm from Cincinnati, where they're famous for chili. I don't know what Toledo's famous for. What was the video ballroom on the Fred Waring show? I don't know that either. Okay. Who played Kitty? Amanda Blake. What police show shot on location featured the character Steve McGarrett? That was Hawaii Five-0. I used to think at least in the early seasons, I used to think Jack Lord was really handsome, but then his hair got kind of weird near the end. So I don't know if he was wearing a piece or if it was just because it was colored and it wasn't very good, but yeah, something happened there but yeah, early Jack Lord was attractive. All right. What famous author created the TV series Adventures in Paradise? Okay, James A. Michener. I've heard of him. In the series The Honeymooners, where did Ed Norton work? Well, I was sort of close, but I won't give myself a point. It's sewers. It's the sewers of New York. And name Walter Lance's most famous cartoon character. Oh, Woody Woodpecker. Oh. I was really hoping for an accidental win there. Who played Clara the Clown and Captain Kangaroo? Bob Keeshan. Okay, so I know what he looks like, but I couldn't picture him as Clarabelle the Clown. But I would have watched that kind of at an age where I was too young to remember it. Like, it wasn't a show that I watched after school. It was when I was little. So that's my excuse there. On MASH, what is Klinger's favorite restaurant? Tony Paco's. So if you know, was that in Toledo? And what was the video ballroom on the Fred Waring show? A dance contest. Well, okay. Okay, well, how did you do? I got 1. That's better than none. But I love nostalgic trivia, TV trivia time. Well, thank you so much for watching. And again, thank you so much for all the views that you gave me on my last video. It may have been partially just because I had an engaging thumbnail, and my thumbnails in general suck, so people probably don't ever see my videos because of that. But I really do appreciate it when you watch, and I really appreciate the subscriptions and the comments and the share these videos so someone else can have something to laugh about, I guess. You know what? I don't care if you watch me because you're the morbid curiosity of people that buy so much stuff, or if because I have a soothing voice that puts you to sleep, or because you're laughing at me instead of with me. I don't really care why you watch. I'm just grateful that you watch, so thank you. And I keep forgetting to change my sign to my Valentine's sign. Maybe I'll remember that before the next video, but I'm not sure when I'll be back again. I've got to space this stuff out, but I will be back, and I look forward to engaging with you again. So wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a fantastic day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.